Dear students, welcome to my class. So today we will be doing chapter 21 from English grammar, punctuation. So first of all we will learn what is punctuation. So punctuation is the system of symbols that we use to separate sentences, phrases and clauses to make their meaning clear. They are very essential signs to understand a sentence in a correct way. We use punctuation marks to help the reader understand our writing better. So some of the principal punctuation marks that we use for writing are capital letters, full stop, comma, semicolon, colon, interrogation mark, exclamation mark, single inverted comma, double inverted comma. So first is the capitalization. So a sentence begins with a capital letter. Proper nouns also begin with capital letters. For example, punctuation marks help us read and understand a written passage clearly. So punctuation marks P is the capital letter. A sentence begins with a capital letter. Proper nouns also begin with capital letters, like Mona is a good person. Mona is the name of a person, so it is a proper noun. Now full stop. The full stop represents the longest pause. It is used at the end of an assertive or imperative sentence. For example, Amit is a skilled mechanic. We know that assertive sentences are also known as declarative sentences. Means simple sentences which declare something or assert something or state something. So Amit is a skilled mechanic. Full stop. You can also say, get me a glass of water. This is an imperative sentence. After abbreviations and initials, examples MA, SP Sharma or Mrs., UK, etc. But when the abbreviation ends with the final letter of the full word, we prefer to omit the full stops. Like Mr. Doctor said, the full stops are not there. Then comes the comma. The comma indicates the shortest pause. It is used to separate three or more words of the same part of speech. Nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs. Number 1, I want to buy some cakes, pastries, sandwiches and some biscuits. Number 2, Aziz bathed, ate, dressed and went out. These all are doing words. Bath, ate, dressed, went out. He is efficient, comma, hardworking and sincere. Adjectives describing words. Number 4, he lifted the precious statue gently, comma, reverently and carefully. To mark off phrases in apposition. Two words or phrases referring to the same thing placed in a sentence without any connecting word is known as apposition. So what do you mean by apposition? Two words or phrases referring to the same thing placed in a sentence. Example, Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation, comma, preached non-violence. Here you can see Mahatma Gandhi and the father of the nation refer to the same person. Right, so the phrase Mahatma Gandhi, comma, the father of the nation preached non-violence. So the father of the nation is in opposition to Mahatma Gandhi, right? The next point is to separate words, phrases or clauses in a sentence. The police did not, comma, however, comma, succeed in punishing him. One more example, you can say the teacher, comma, however, comma, did not scold the students. He is, comma, after all, comma, a very intelligent boy. To avoid the repetition of a verb, Richa is an engineer and Rishi a technician. To separate the subordinate clause of any kind that comes before the principal clause. So here in this example you can see the subordinate clause comes before the principal or the main clause. If it rains, the match will have to be cancelled. The match will have to be cancelled is the principal clause. and the subordinate clause here, if it rains, but it is in the first part. So to separate the subordinate clause of any kind that comes before the principal clause. So if it rains is the subordinate clause, so it will be followed by comma. The match will have to be cancelled. So the match will have to be cancelled is the main clause or principal clause. If it rains is the subordinate clause, but here the subordinate clause is at the first. So if it rains, comma, the match will have to be cancelled. Now comes the semicolon. The semicolon indicates a longer pause than the comma. It is usually followed by conjunctions like and, but, or. To separate the clauses of a compound sentence, comma, when they contain a comma. Example, the sweet, comma, melodious music came to a close, semicolon, and there was thunderous applause. Number 2, our teacher was a simple, comma, modest, comma, unassuming person, semicolon, but we all respected him. So, one more example, the enchanting, comma, eloquent speech came to an end, semicolon, and there was absolute silence for a few minutes. To separate sentences which are closely connected in thought, where a full stop would denote a much longer break. Reading makes a fool man, semicolon, conference a ready man, semicolon, writing an exact man. So please remember that semicolon, it is usually followed by conjunctions like and, but, or. Now comes the colon. The colon indicates a much longer pause than the semicolon. It is used to introduce a quotation. Our teacher says, colon, hard work is the key to success. Or you can say, Rajat says, colon, writing is a form of personal freedom. To introduce a list, these are the things which we need to take with us, the list we are making when you go out or if you want to bring something. So first of all, what we used to make a list. So these are the things we need to take with us, colon, a torch, comma, a flask of coffee, comma, some biscuits, sandwiches and sweets. To introduce an explanation, a statement or a proposition. Example, the excuse he gave was this, colon, he had not properly understood the rules of the game. Or you can see extracurricular activities such as, colon. So what are the extracurricular activities? Playing badminton, debating, singing, reading, literature or writing poetry. So it indicates a much longer pause than the semicolon. Now comes the interrogation mark. Interrogation, as we all know, means asking question. The interrogation mark is used after a question. Have you completed your assignment? The interrogation mark is not used after an indirect question. It is also not used after a polite request or submission. Example, he inquired whether I had answered all the questions. So when you will change the interrogative form of reported speech, as I have explained yesterday only in our last class. So when you will change the interrogative form of reported speech to indirect speech, the sentence will end with a full stop. The sentence will not end with a question mark, right? So you can see here the interrogation mark is not used after an indirect question. It is also not used after a polite request or submission. So he inquired whether I had answered all the questions. Or so if you change it into direct speech, he said, have you answered all the questions? If you change it into direct speech, the answer will be in this way. He said, comma, have you answered all the questions? Within inverted comma and question mark. Okay. So one more I would like to tell. Could you please get me a glass of water? Or he inquired whether I had finished my homework. Right. Have you finished your homework? He inquired whether I had finished my homework. In indirect speech, there will be no question mark. Are you coming with me? Question mark. And now is the exclamation mark. The exclamation mark is not used very frequently. It is used only after real exclamations. So, strong emotions. When we say anything, the feeling of strong emotions. Oh dear, alas, hello, what a terrific idea. Bravo, hooray, my, or my goodness, oh no. So all these, when you express a strong emotion, strong feelings, we use the exclamation mark. Like, alas, he is no more. Ouch, I got hurt. Then hooray, we won the game. Bravo, you have won the match. Or my, he has become so big. These all are used, these sentences, when ends with an exclamation mark. Now comes the inverted commas. So inverted commas or quotation marks are used to suggest direct speech. Right? In our last class we have learned this reported speech. Reported speech will be within direct speech when the exact words of the speaker are reported. So the reported speech will be within the quotation marks. That is to enclose the actual words of a speaker or a quotation. You can either use single or double quotation marks. I will see what I can do about it, she said. Or you can say, Rita said, I love my work. Right? Then, I will see what I can do about it, she said. So, the direct words of the speaker. Dr. Samira said, comma, I'll go to my chamber tomorrow. Will be, so what Dr. Samira has said, the exact words of her will be within the inverted commas. So we can use either single or double quotation marks. Right? So I hope you have understood. So if there is any doubt, please ask me in tomorrow's live class. Thank you, children. Have a good day ahead.